Hi, we're Turner, and this is our In the Garden session for Burst Radio.
Coming up, my body start, flaring lights flashing back at you. My rhythm is a curfew, kaleidoscope, my body's broke. I'm seeing shapes, my mind's confused. My rhythm is abused. Now my head's stuck, I can't feel my feet, and I'm getting looser every time we meet. So I take a little more to push me over. In the edge of my mind, I'm feeling sober. In the edge of my mind, in the edge of my mind, in the edge of my mind, I'm feeling sober. In the edge of my mind, in the edge of my mind, in the edge of my mind, I'm feeling sober. Just one touch makes my body blush. Serotonin rush into my bloodstream. Just one kiss makes me feel like this. Takes me back to when I had my first dream. So my head's stuck, I can't feel my feet, and I'm getting looser every time we meet. So I take a little more to push me over. In the edge of my mind, I'm feeling sober. In the edge of my mind, in the edge of my mind, in the edge of my mind, I'm feeling sober. In the edge of my mind, in the edge of my mind, in the edge of my mind, I'm feeling sober. It's getting late tonight, and I'm seeing sober eyes. A timeless tragedy drinks down so easily. And this happens all the time. When you remember, you can't tell me why. Take me back to where we started. Well, take me back home. back to where we started. Well, take me back home. You can't call it breeze if you don't get to the show. It's more like a movie, rather than one of your episodes. And this happens all the time. When you remember, you can't tell me why. Take me back to where we started. Well, take me back home. Take me back to where we started. Well, take me back home. If home is where the heart is, am I homeless? 'Cause I'm heartless. If home is where the heart is, take me home. If home is where the heart is, am I homeless? 'Cause I'm heartless. If home is where the heart is, take me home. If home is where the heart is, am I homeless? 'Cause I'm heartless. If home is where the heart is, take me home. If home is where the heart is, am I homeless? 'Cause I'm heartless. If home is where the heart is, take me home. Take me back to where we started. Well, take me back home. Going home, I'm going home, I'm going home, I'm going. Take me back to where we started. Well, take me back home. Going home, I'm going home, I'm going. I'm going home, I'm going home, I'm going. It's been 8 days and I've heard you're still awake. And you've made a few mistakes, but that's okay. Sodium luminosity, oh, it decorates the streets. And those graffiti memories of escapades. Don't be afraid to follow the moonlight. The city is golden at midnight and undone. This iridescent sky, we are alive. I am a storyteller. Now you know what I think I know. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. I am a storyteller. Think of the places we will go. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. Ultramarine sky with violet highlights. It's delicately sliced by engine lines. Down in this kingdom, marble and aluminium line the stepping stones that are high. So just hold on. The skyline is waiting for us. Hold on. The mountains are calling for Hold on.
The concrete is ready for our footsteps.
Hold on, just hold on, so just hold on.
The trees, they are growing for us.
Hold on.
The lights, they are glowing for us.
Hold on.
The future is ready for our footsteps.
Hold on,
Just hold on. Don't be afraid to follow the moonlight. The city is golden at midnight and under the sea breathes us in the sky. We are alive.
I am a storyteller. Now you know what I think I know. Hold on, just hold on. 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 You wanna see the city that you brought to life. You're never too warm, you're just perfect tonight. I wanna hold you close to my heart. You never preach or teach what you don't want to hear. You wanna see happiness that you hold so dear. I wanna hold you close to my heart. And when it's cold outside, in the midnight sky, and when mountain tops look like city blocks, you can take my hand, fly to Neverland,
And I'll be your Wendy,
and I'll be Peter Pan.
wanna carve your name next to my own in the rippling skin of the ancient oak. Oh, you're what fairy tales are made from, and your skin is spun from Midas gold, and I swear that together we will never grow old. Oh, you're what fairy tales are made from. And when it's cold outside,
In the midnight sky, and when mountain tops look like city blocks, you can take my hand, fly to Neverland,
and I'll be your Wendy,
and I'll be
Peter Pan.
And when it's cold outside, in the midnight sky, and when mountain tops look like city blocks, you can take my hand, fly to Neverland,
And I'll be your Wendy,
and I'll be Peter.
Peter Pan.
And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan. And I'll be Peter Pan.
the sun sets over the horizon, I'm in ecstasy. And the mist in the trees, like the smoke that you breathe, tastes like fresh air to me. As the sun sets over the horizon, as a new world I see. And the weight of 100 hotel rooms will bring you to your knees. And velvet bubble gum, you can taste it on your tongue. This isn't validation, this is cheap medication. Baby, watch you come undone. I can see you growing up. This is just a sensation. This is cheap medication, baby. As the air around gets louder, I don't hear a thing. And there's nothing I've seen like amphetamine dreams to paint over my sin. As the pulse around gets closer, I might let it in. The anonymous heat and the heartfelt to see is the passion I'm hiding. Velvet bubble gum, you can taste it on your tongue. This isn't validation, this is cheap medication. Baby, watch you come undone. I can see you growing numb. This is just a sensation. This is cheap medication. Baby, pour out the nectar and refract my words. Technicolor kisses and porcelain girls. I pray for the day that they take me away. I can't escape this world. And glitter at midnight and fire in the dark. Indigo consequence, I'll make my mark. I pray for the day that they take me away. 'Cause I can't escape, I can't escape.
You can taste it on your tongue.
This isn't validation, this is cheap medication. Oh baby, watch you come undone.
I can see you growing numb.
This is just a sensation. This is cheap medication, oh baby. Write this in the stars, she is the future. There's nothing she can't do. She knows she's full of wonder. She'll put a spell on you. She's spectral in the moonlight. Her footsteps echo through the trees. There's poison in her laughter. She'll never set you free. This is witchcraft and you should be afraid.
She's coming for you, there is no escape. This is witchcraft and you should be afraid. She's coming for you, there is no escape.
Her eyes can start a fire, her mind can start a war. It's in her skin, she is powerful. And you've heard her screaming, I've seen her on the floor. It's in her skin, she is powerful.
Her eyes can start a fire, and her mind can start a war. It's in her skin, she is powerful. Oh, oh, oh. And I have heard her screaming, I've seen her on the floor. It's in her skin, she is powerful. Oh, this is witchcraft, and you should be afraid. She's coming for you, there is no escape. This is witchcraft, and you should be afraid. She's coming for you, there is no escape.
Hi there, it's Alex from Burst Radio again, and in this week in the garden we have Turner, a Bristol-based outfit, three-piece, and I'm here with all three members in different locations, unfortunately. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, we're all good.
Yeah. So for anyone that isn't familiar with Turner and might not have heard you before, how would you describe your sound?
Good question.
Molly, you can take this.
Yeah.
I guess for like easy genre purposes, we normally go with like indie rock or indie pop, but there's definitely some more kind of like influences involved than just that. Little bit of like synth pop sort of vibes. Kind of, I guess there are almost electronic elements to it. So yeah, it's a little bit of everything. It's whatever makes us happy at the time, I guess.
Yeah, cool. I definitely hear aspects of like bands like Churches and maybe like Pale Waves in there. Do you think that are they the sort of bands that would influence you, or do you think you have other stuff as well that mixes in?
We hear Churches a lot.
Yeah,
definitely. For fans of. I guess we've all got like a lot of different things that inspire us. We all grew up in fairly like musical households. Like we've always been surrounded by loads of different stuff. So I guess it comes from a lot of that, and we were lucky enough to grow up like basically on the doorstep of Glastonbury. So we've always kind of had that in the background. Nice. But now I guess it does span like a lot of different sort of genres and stuff. So
cool. So we're here kind of doing a bit of promo for your new single Spectral, which we heard on BBC introduced in the West, and is a great new single, and everyone should go and check it out on all major streaming platforms. I was wondering if you could tell me a bit about the new song and the kind of how it was written and how it came to be recorded. Like, was it recorded before lockdown, and whether you delayed release and that sort of thing?
So we wrote the song. It was probably one of the first songs we actually we wrote as the band, as Turner as the name of the band. It had completely different lyrics, a completely different, essentially, style of the song. And then about a year and a half ago, we went and recorded it all, and it basically became what it is today. Molly had some great ideas for lyrics, so we managed to kind of, I don't know, make the song what it is, I suppose. But yeah, like I suppose Molly can probably chat a bit about what the meaning lyrically behind it is. But it was really a great fun to make and everything like that.
Yeah, because it did start off as kind of like just an acoustic piece that Finn and I worked on quite early on, like you said. Lyrically, I suppose for me, I mean, it's kind of a bit fun as well. But like we've said in a couple sort of like interviews and stuff now that it does have that kind of undertone of being quite kind of uplifting. I guess it's meant to be fairly like empowering. I guess that sounds really cheesy, but like it does. It when we play it live and stuff, it makes me feel like, yeah, I am powerful.
Yeah, definitely. Brilliant. No,
but
you
yeah,
can definitely get that from the song. Yeah.
Yeah, I did have like a friend of mine in mind when I was kind of working on the lyrics just after
some stuff that they'd been through, and I think that always kind of helps to have something that you care about behind what you're writing about, because then you're always going to deliver it better, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, because I saw there's also a brilliant music video that accompanies the song, and I think it's by a company called A Life Well Productions.
Shout out to Life Well
Life Well.
Productions.
Are they a local Bristol-based company that you've had? Because I see they've done previous work with you as well. Are they some
Yeah.
people that you know well?
Yeah, that's my boyfriend. No, we've worked with Ali for a long time. Obviously, we're lucky that he comes to a lot of our gigs and stuff anyway, so we have scrounged a fair few photos and video footage out of him, which has been nice. But yeah, we're very lucky because obviously it's what he does as a profession anyway, and we do kind of get to exploit that a little bit. But he's really good to work with, really good.
Yeah, the final output was a kind of really impressive video, and I really like the idea. Was it kind of quite creatively? Was it a collaborative? Do you sit down together and work out what you're going to do the video, or would he present you an idea, or how does it work?
So yeah, I think like the initial ideas were all us, and then we just sort of said to Ali, like, this is what we're thinking, and then it's just the challenge of kind of making things a reality on a budget, and in the cold in the winter.
Yeah, don't be deceived by that video. We got soaked.
Oh my god, it was something else, honestly.
Soaked.
Yeah, I saw you filmed all outside. It looks to be dangerous. Yeah.
We ended up filming, I think it was like a day in November and a day, I don't know, like 2 different days in winter. And the first one, we had like a holy tarp stretched up, and it was like hailing, and we had all of our equipment in the middle of this forest, and it was just like everything that could have gone wrong pretty much went wrong. But yeah, it was definitely worth it.
I guess it adds to the drama and helps you with your performance as well, surely. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, cool. Yeah, no. So I saw that. So obviously, before the Spectral single was released, you had a song called "Sober," which was out last year, and then before that, there was about a 2-year gap between your debut EP and that song "Sober." What were you doing during that gap? Would you spend some time gigging, or were you kind of redeveloping your sound?
I think the majority of the time spent in that period was gigging, and we didn't really. I wouldn't say we were spending that entire time developing our sound. We had like Finn and Molly had a few things in the locker that we then took into the studio in a pre-production session. That's basically how Spectral became what it is now, I'd say, because as Finn said, it was completely different. And then we did a day in the studio and we just recorded the entire session. So I don't know how long it was, maybe like 4.5 hours or something. And James at recording studios basically hit record and then sat whilst we rehearsed for like an entire day pre-production, and then we listened back to it, and then that's what we took into the studio. But yeah, I guess we kind of formed our sound a bit more during that year, because the first EP, I wasn't part of the band during the first EP. And then we had a bit of a gap, and then we played a lot of gigs together, and then this is kind of like where we're at now. And we like the first EP is a lot more rocky, a lot heavier, I would say. And now there's various different influences from all over, which we've managed to kind of pull in from like each person has a different interest, and when a song gets written, it's like, oh, actually we could try this, or we could try this, or we don't even say like we could try this. It sort of just happens, and then it's like, do you like this? It doesn't really matter because I like it, and it's, I'm happy for it to be there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, that the year between the EP and Sober, we basically, I'd say that's when we sort of built up our following the most. Playing a lot of local gigs. We played, where did we played as like south as Plymouth, Torquay. We played like areas around here. We played a lot of festivals. And then, yeah, when Sober came out, we then had a following, and people were like, oh, wow, like, you know, this song's pretty cool. But we were playing that song a while before it came out, probably a good, like 6 months before it came out, we were playing that song.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Brilliant. Do you think you're, obviously you said it's quite unplanned, but do you think the trajectory of your music becoming maybe slightly less heavy, slightly less rockier, do you think that will continue? Or can you see another direction, do you think, for future releases?
I think we... No, you go.
I was just going to say the stuff that we've been writing at the moment. It's an odd sound, but hopefully people like it. It's always the case whenever we're writing something, it becomes something else like a week or two down the line. So it's always changing, always trying to make things sound catchy and hooky and, you know, what people want to hear. So but yeah, like we said multiple times, our tastes change and we always try and replicate what we want to sound like. So try and have three people with such an eclectic mix of sounds always has a great end point. So we'll see what comes out. But
I think definitely when we brought our first EP out as well, like we've all grown up on a fair amount of rock music, and like Finn and I had just got out of like a punk rock band when we were like teenagers and stuff. It was kind of like the natural progression to kind of start there, I think. But I think by playing all those gigs as well and kind of developing how we perform to people, we have been able to kind of turn our sound into something that I think is a lot more recognizably us rather than what we maybe were playing when we were 16 or so. So yeah, it's been fun to kind of develop over the time.
Nice. I would say in that year as well, when we weren't really releasing music, we spent a lot of time refining our live show, because we play to backing tracks, we play to a click track. Like if you're not technical or you don't have a musical background, that probably makes no sense. But whenever we play live, we play with like the full arrangement of what would be like a 4-5 piece band with the three of us with backing track involved. So we spent a good probably 7 or 8 gigs trying to get that down to the point
working out how to do that in like a tiny bar with only 3 inputs on the PA.
And I think that's kind of formed us, like that's shaped us as a band as well, because it's been like it is quite a stressful time when you turn up to a gig and they can't accommodate for everything you need, and it is like the entirety of your show is on like a form of technology that's going to play it to an audience. So yeah, we've had our struggles and we've had great times out of it, but yeah, that year was and still going, you know, is part of the band history, isn't it? You know, it's fun. It's been great fun, but that's sort of what
sometimes has forced us to like learn how to play something differently or change something so that we can do it live as well. So yeah, naturally the songs do change a little bit over time as a result of that, I think.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can be able to hear them live again soon enough. And I guess in the session you'll have done a different format of how the songs sound. I can imagine it must be really tricky to attempt to align technology with a live performance. That must be a nightmare to organise. So I don't envy you. But hopefully some Burst Radio listeners will be able to see you live again in the near future. Coming on to that, do you have any plans for tours, organising that sort of thing for next year? Or
we had some great gigs planned for even this year, but obviously everything gets a spanner thrown at it. So I don't know. We'll kind of take it as it comes. We obviously love playing live. It's great just playing the music that we make to people. But obviously, it's the time that we're in at the moment. We'll just kind of have to take things as they come. But yeah, hopefully next year, if everything gets sorted out. Definitely next year.
Please. Like there were a couple of things that we touch wood are getting rescheduled, but yeah, we can't really announce things because we don't know what's going on. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll hope to hear you soon at some point live. Yeah, hope the music community gets back on its feet. Brilliant. Right. Okay. Thank you for the great session, and thank you for the chat. And yeah, everyone from Burst Radio, get out and check out Turner and the new single Spectral. And thank you very much, guys. And yeah, I'll speak soon.
Thank
Thank you.